For 10 years, fighting game environments reset, the moment you blinked. You throw this massive energy blast, crater the Earth, and 3 seconds later, the ground just magically smoothed itself out.
Right, yeah, which completely changes how you maneuver and just how a fighting game feels in general.
Exactly. Well, welcome to today's deep dive. We are dissecting that massive gameplay reveal trailer for Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3. And if you have spent the last decade playing Xenoverse 2, you're probably wondering why you should care about another announcement.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a long time, so it's easy to be skeptical.
It really is. But this isn't just a fresh coat of paint. This is a current-gen revolution built for modern powerhouses. So, okay, let's unpack this.
We kind of have to start with that immediate aesthetic shock right at the beginning, the rebuilt time nest. They have fully abandoned those older, shiny plastic textures.
Oh, thank goodness.
Right. Now it's this high-fidelity, cel-shaded look. What's fascinating here is how it directly mirrors the cinematic style of the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie.
Yeah, and just to clarify for you, if you aren't super deep in animation tech, that basically means they render the 3D models with flat lighting and hard outlines. So it mimics traditional 2D hand-drawn animation, right?
Spot on. And that stylistic choice pairs just beautifully with the new kinetic combat camera.
I definitely noticed that. It's not just a static wide shot anymore.
No, not at all. The camera dynamically shifts its field of view. So it pulls way back during these massive aerial dogfights to show the sheer scale, but then it instantly snaps in close during heavy strikes.
Yeah, and combined with those impact frames, those split-second stylized artistic flashes they inject into the animation, it gives every punch actual heavy mass. But I do have to push back a little here.
Okay, go for it.
Game trailers constantly promise fully destructible environments, right?
Yeah.
And then you actually play it, and the rubble just fades away after 5 seconds to save memory. Are we sure this damage is permanent?
Well, that is the core of the current gen leap here. In older arena fighters, the console's memory budget just couldn't track 60 frames per second combat and permanent environmental deformation. I mean, the engine would literally crash.
That makes total sense.
Yeah, but now the hardware can actually allocate memory to store those physical changes permanently. So when that Kamehameha carves a massive trench into the Namekian bait, it stays. The dust lingers.
Wow.
You're leaving a permanent destructive autograph on the battlefield. It fundamentally changes how you interact with the arena.
Okay, so if the engine is powerful enough to remember a scarred landscape in real time, it makes sense that they can handle much more complex character physics simultaneously.
Precisely. And the roster takes full advantage of this. We saw Beast Gohan and Orange Piccolo with completely unique mechanics, plus some really clear hints at Dragon Ball Daima characters.
I was completely geeking out over that integration. But the real showcase of this engine's power has to be your custom avatar. The UI for body types and facial features look completely overhauled.
It is, yeah. And this time, your physical build directly alters your hitboxes and your movement weight.
Wait, really? So there's a tangible gameplay reason to choose a larger or smaller frame now?
Exactly. But the real breakthrough is the transformation system. Because of the new physics engine, powering up to Super Saiyan Blue isn't just a glowing aura effect anymore. The game calculates your energy output and physically interacts with the environment.
So the ground actively vibrating and the debris lifting up, that's actual in-engine physics.
Yeah, your avatar's power is actually anchored to the physical world now.
That is incredible. So what does this all mean? I mean, if the combat is physically breaking the arena, the story needs a threat that matches that level of destruction. We can't just be time traveling to make sure Goku defeats Frieza again.
Right, the core mission has completely evolved. They're moving away from simply fixing known history. The new antagonist has this reality-manipulating power, and it's causing a collapsing multiverse of what they're calling fractured timelines.
It's almost like a corrupted save file, but for reality itself. It's not just a different story outcome. The core rules of the universe are glitching out.
That's a perfect way to look at it. And if we connect this to the bigger picture, you see Kronora, the Supreme Kai of Time, looking genuinely terrified in the footage.
Yeah, when a literal deity of time is panicking, you know things are bad.
Exactly. It proves the stakes have moved far beyond the time-traveling bandits of the first two games.
Well, we'll have some time to prepare, luckily. The release window is spring 2027, with more details on the Mastery system dropping this summer. But your big takeaway today is that fighting games are entering a breathtaking new era of visual and environmental storytelling.
Definitely. Every blast leaves a permanent mark on the world, and every transformation feels earned through the sheer gravity it pulls.
Which brings up a wild thought to leave you with. The trailer promises these fractured timelines where events went catastrophically wrong. If reality itself is collapsing, could we eventually end up fighting in entirely unrecognizable dimensions where the villains actually won and completely rewrote the laws of physics? Something to chew on before you step back into the time nest.